Hello YouTube friends, and welcome to another episode of RV Destinations Unknown. This is Ryan and Jessica, and we are at Bent's Old Fort here in Colorado. So let's go in and check it out, shall we? Hi.
Hey guys,
how are you?
Hi. First time here?
It is.
So welcome. I'll meet you guys in the front room right over here.
Sounds great, thank you. All right, friends, so we just got checked in and finished watching our orientation video. A little bit about this fort. It was used as a trading post on the Santa Fe Trail in the 1830s to 1840s, at which time, 1847, I believe, William Bent burned the fort down following the American-Mexican War. Yeah, there was a cholera outbreak, and so why the fort was burned down and how is not entirely known. However, in 1920s, the property was purchased, and the arch was built, and then once the National Park System was established by Theodore Roosevelt in 1957, I believe they said, the fort was rebuilt to the specifications, and so now it's here to be enjoyed. Definitely worth coming to check out. We are just now starting our adventure, so come along with us and let's see this place. So it was rebuilt with adobe, which is what the original fort was built as. This is a replica. Of course, nothing of the original fort remains due to having been burned down. And so this is a replica done by the specs of a American lieutenant who came out and surveyed the fort during its prime heyday. Check this out. Nice little cannon there. And so now it's here for everybody to walk through. So let's kind of take a gander through and see what all exists here, shall we? Look what we have stumbled upon. We've got a couple of curious goats. One of them definitely is shy, I would say. So they do have a ton of farm animals here. I see a peacock off in the distance over there. They have goats. They have an ox. Yep, they have some chickens. I heard they have mules. They do have an ox, which is out on the hiking trail. But let's travel back inside since there's a lot of noise out here. And well, actually, I'm losing Jessie. Y'all know. I can never keep track of her. She is always off on her own.
Just see what was out here.
Well, out here is nature.
Yeah, it's nature.
So if you can imagine this place, the residents of this place was around 60. However, during the peak of trading periods, it could be as many as 200 people. So, you know, if you can picture stalls along the walls here and, you know, bustling trading, there's lodging rooms, which let's go into the blacksmith's room. So we have the blacksmith's forge, you know, forging anvils and probably swords as they got closer to the Mexican-American War. Pretty cool hammers.
Check out this little spoon.
Looky there.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. I've never seen an iron ring molder, if that's what this is.
Mm-hmm. Look at all the different kinds of hammers.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you can use to blow the air to make the fire hotter.
A nice billow.
Uh-huh.
What's in this room? Let's check it out. Okay. So this would have been your tailors, is what I'm gathering. You know, you've got buffalo hides.
You can have you feel them.
Yeah, you've got for your sporting vest. I like to rock a vest every now and then. Make a vest, your jackets, hats. How cool, right? You know, this fort was established by Charles and William. They were two teenagers, wanted to come out and explore the West and settle here, and came across buffalo herding and ultimately killing a buffalo to make furs and blankets and attire. You know, that's where they got their fortune, if you will, their start. So this looks like would have been a lovely little bedroom. You know, you've got a giant fireplace compared to the room size. Yeah.
Somebody's little bedroom.
Yeah.
Maybe a kid's bedroom since they got a little toy down there.
Possibly so.
A gun straight ahead.
Yeah. Absolutely. And then, of course, you have your writing desk. You know, one of the things that is unique about this place is all of the historic artifacts. They even have the story of the falling stars, which you'll learn about if you come and watch the orientation video. Let's see, maybe the kitchen cafeteria, I'm guessing. Yeah, looks like cafeteria, right? You've got the kitchen fire. Yeah, here we go. I was right. We've got the banquet area where families gather and eat, sit around the fire. Hey, I'm just wondering where the food is. And then you have the general goods store. Check this place out. Fully stocked, is ready to go. Hello, I'd like to buy something. Feeling some of these furs, I can actually see why these animals were so highly valued, because the feel of it, the plushness of these furs. I mean, if you've never felt buffalo, beaver, bison, looks like badger, I'm guessing. They even had skunk. Skunk was surprisingly very soft. But yeah, if you've never felt some of these types of furs, you have to come here and try. And now we're moving to what looks like maybe the drying room, tanning room. I'm not sure, there's a lot of buffalo furs in here. By the way, I am very glad that you all are here joining us today. If you're enjoying our channel, make sure to give us a thumbs up. It really lets us know that, hey, the content we're putting out is for you. If you're brand new, make sure to subscribe and do leave us some comments in the box below. We definitely want to know who you are and what your story is. You know, why are you tuning into our channel? What are you hoping to you know, see and learn? So we are out in the courtyard, off to the center over there. That's where they compress the furs to get ready for packaging and shipping the furs. Apparently this fort became one of the largest trading posts in North America. They began trading with European countries, and in trade was buffalo furs. So they took, let me see if I can find where she went. She's around here somewhere, I know it. It's kind of like being in a haunted house. Oh, where's Jessie?
We missed this room.
Ah, what'd you find?
See?
Ah, more kitchen.
Yes.
How about that?
And it's a cute little, it's dark, but.
Yeah, so you have a little escape room right there to the hens. A nice little cutting table to prep the food.
Got some eggs right
Absolutely. Let's come over here and check out the pantry.
here. Kind of dark.
Kind of dark, but that's okay. We got a light, right, YouTube? Oh yeah, check it out. So one of the cool things, you know, you can touch things. They ask that you obviously do not take anything home, but you know, you can touch things here. You can see what it was like to hold you know, utensils and such from this time period from the 1830s. So let's come in here, and it looks like now we have found the woods craftsman. So as you can see, there's hilts for muskets. You've got all types of intricate woodworkings, barrels, saws. You know, what's unique about the wood, I'm looking around, a lot of the tools that we still have today were the exact same tools that they used back then. You know, some things, when it works, right? Don't change something that's not broken. Absolutely. And then we come in here, and you have a little bedroom, which I'm assuming would have been probably for the blacksmith or for the woods worker, the craftsman. How about that? Pretty cool. Very small rooms. You know, if I was going to live here full time, you know, I guess I'd be thankful for the work and for the income, but boy, it's not lavish housing, that's for sure. Now let's see what is here in the next room. Looks like storage. Absolutely. So we have syrup and probably alcohol. We have barrel rings. Very cool. Let's continue on. So we're back in the courtyard again. And yep, we have another supply room. This one is so packed full you can't even get in. Which I'm sure in the heyday of trading, it was probably just like that. You know, overflowing with supplies. Here's a room, a supply room, but you also have the entrance to a cellar, which could go under. So I would assume for things that you need to keep cold, you know, wines, meats, that sort of thing. Let's continue on, and now we have the tanning area and storage supply for furs. So the bundles over here, that's exactly how they would be shipped. If you remember the press over there in the center, they would press it and then tie it up with string, and that's how it would be stored for shipping. So, you know, this was a 2-story fort plus a cellar, as we already talked about. And, you know, here's more evidence of that cellar, you know, going downstairs. All of these just appear to be some bedrooms and some rooms, you know, fairly spacious. You are close together, you're packed in. Looks like we've come to the stable boy. So we've got all of our horse repair. You know, get your straps repaired, your saddles repaired. You know, all of the leather working. And then, yeah, another little cozy bedroom. How about that? You know, I would say here on the first level, you know, you get a very good view of the courtyard if your bedroom happened to be here. You know, I would say not too bad. You know, if I had to live here, you know, during this time period, I say this is probably first class living. Pay attention to the detail here. Look, I would assume that this is actually some of the things that they would have done back in that time period, is taken some of the furs and used it as a seal between the window frames so that draft doesn't come through. How thoughtful is that? Pretty creative. They just took a little bit of that buffalo hide and put it right between the windows to close up the gap. That's pretty unique. How creative. All right, listen, you know, check it out. We have our wine cellar. So right above us is the bar and pool area. So they come down here, you know, they get their alcohol or their fermented drinks, the casket, take it up. And then around here, I'm gonna imagine is we're getting closer, yes, to the farming area. So, you know, you would have your horses stabled here. You'd have all your reins, your saddles put up. And then whenever you're ready to leave, you come out here and you hang out with the peacock. Check this guy out. All right, so that was all of the first level. So now we're gonna go upstairs and we're gonna see the second level. Jessie's already beat us up there, but I hear she has discovered a doctor's office. Let's take a look. Ah, so we have is this the nurse's outfit?
Yeah. You got the crutches and...
Yeah.
And then you got the patient's bed.
Yeah. So it looks like we've got, you know, some doctors, books. We got some beaver skulls. Not sure what that's used for in the medical practice, but maybe if you're bitten by a beaver, I guess. We've got some old-time crutches in the corner. And then looks like maybe the physician's room, I'm guessing, or maybe the patient's room. Not sure. But probably one of the more spacious rooms we've seen. Even have a little thermometer on the wall over there. That's very unique. I think they did well paying attention to the details of some of that. Do what?
I have glass in the windows.
Glass in the windows, yeah. So
Kind of fancy.
second level, you get all the perks on the second level. Now, here's what I want you to imagine. I'm just going to show you the Santa Fe Trail. Imagine you standing up here as a watchman looking out over the vast plain and seeing Indians coming, seeing tradesmen coming. Let's put you in that position and see what you think. So you're sitting out here just looking out over the Santa Fe Trail. And you're a watchman. This is the front gate entrance. You know, off in the distance over there, we can see some traders heading in. You know, so this is the bell tower, and this is actually you know, where if there were tradesmen coming or Indian coming or, you know, whatever the case is, this is where the young watchtower boy would be sitting, taking his notes, and he'd run over and he'd ring the bell. So there's the bell. Did you hear it?
Yeah.
We heard it. So there's people on the way, so we rang the bell. And now it's time to do some trading. Now, one of the unique things that I'll say about this fort that I just noticed over here, and I'm not sure if this is original, if this is a replica, but they have some do not touch stair railings, and I'm not sure if you can tell in the video, but they appear to be charred to me, and they definitely look burnt, especially down at the base. You can see burning. So I don't know. Maybe some original piece of the fort. I'm not sure. They do have a few. They do have a few headstones out there, and I would say, looking at the fur press, I just noticed it's charred as well.
Yeah. Yeah.
Manufactured charring, or I don't know, real charring. What do you think? Let's take a look over the galley. You know, imagine people coming and going, bustling. There's 200 people here. You know, you look out here, this is a wide space. We're on the second floor. I can only imagine there being booths set up, you know, tents set up right here along the railing. People are walking, they're trading. Commerce is happening. You know, free enterprise, if you will. I don't know. Check this out. How creative. They even have gutters. Very creative for the 1830s, if you ask me. Let's take a peep in here and let's see what this room has. Ah, okay. So we're above the kitchen area, and it looks to me like it's another bedroom. You know, you even have some journaling going on over here on the table. And look, so this is unique. So remember we talked about how this is a replica, and they rebuilt this from the specs of a lieutenant. Well, here's a copy of that lieutenant's drawings of the fort back in the 1830s when he was here. That drawing is what they built the specs on. So he did measurements and you know, detailed specs of the fort, and that drawing that's over on the table there is what they used to rebuild this fort. And yeah, here's his name. So this may be a room dedicated to him. So That's the lieutenant who did the specs for the fort, which after it burned down and there was nothing left of it, the fort is still here today, having been rebuilt in the 1950s based off of his specs. William, Lieutenant William, we give him the proper respect he deserves. We thank you. You know, being here all by yourself, I can only imagine, you know, how isolating that could have felt. You know, when the fort is dead, so to speak, there's nobody bustling about, commerce is not happening. I'm sure they looked forward to having traders here every year. You know, I can only imagine that. And then coming into this room, it looks like, yes, under this covering, maybe a little peek, is the pool table. Shh, don't tell them I did that. That was for you, okay? So we have pool table and then refreshments. That's how we'll term it. We'll term it as refreshments. You can come here, you can get your gin, your scotch, your... only for our YouTube visitors, don't tell the park ranger I showed them the pool table under the tarp. Oh no. They have it covered, so
okay.
That's between us.
Secrets are safe with us here.
Don't tell anybody. So let's check this out. It looks like we found another room. Now, one thing I will say, check out the thickness of this door. I mean, that's a good 3 inches thick. I'm not sure what they were protecting behind this door, but definitely another officer's room, I would imagine. There's, you know, a single shot musket, but there's a musket on the table. We've got a banjo. We've even got another musket hanging from the rafters. Yeah. How about that? And I don't know if you caught it, but you also have a binocular telescope out there, which, you know, they use to identify, hey, you know, there's some traders coming, they're far off. We want to be prepared. Give them a nice welcome, or really prepare for something not so welcoming, you know, an invasion or something. I'm gonna guess this would have been maybe the trapper's room. I see a lot of trappers, you know, beaver traps. So this is, I'm gonna guess, was the trapper's room. You know, he would go out probably around the fort, trap beaver, trap skunks, you know, that sort of thing. Hey, by the way, thank you so much for being here with us. You know, coming and seeing all of this is fun, but in reality, it's interacting with you. It's interacting with our fans that really make doing these activities fun and exciting. Otherwise, I don't know, I'd be talking to myself, right? So thank you for joining us. If you're liking the content, give us a thumbs up. So let's check it out. Our last two rooms, you know, general rooms. I'm sure you could put plenty of bunks in here. You know, fill these rooms up. Look, even around the door frames, they have put the fur. Very unique. It looks like all of the windows, you know, as you can see, the little shades, shutter shades are covered in the fur. Very cool. So, leave us some comments in the box below. Is Bent's Old Fort something that you'd want to come and do when you come visit Colorado? I would highly recommend that you come visit it. Definitely sit through the orientation. It's going to give you a much better appreciation of the fort and its history. Otherwise, you're just kind of looking at adobe and, you know, some wooden relics and stuff. You're not going to appreciate what the fort is all about. So with that, we will see you at our next episode. Now here's the question. You're walking around with the camera. Are you taking pictures at all? So we got to walk back through this place before 4 o'clock. And yeah. Wow. You know,